if this take two. There we go. Guess I lied with that last comment. Restart. Want the old show? Bring me the new show here. Started. Okay. Thumbs down because right, our chat showed up here. Does our chats from here work? Oh, it saves frequently used text. All right. Maybe camera one, camera. I see you. Let's get these. I have a show. I've got a we do exist. Hello, welcome to the little disaster that good that I don't know who fluffed up, where fluffed up, what fluffed up, but you can't stop me now. We're here to sew ourselves together now. Or something like that. Yay! Thanks for everybody who happened to may or may not have like stuck around through that little disaster. Because you know who thought they were streaming and had a whole wide audience? Yeah, this kid! Welcome to the 7th of December, take two in the year of the 2025s. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. It's Sunday, and usually I sew garments, but we're working on Christmas gifts because they need to get done. B, there's that thing that they need to get to a final destination that is, I need assistance from logistics companies to make that, to facilitate transport because I don't know what's gonna happen. So needs to go out. Plus I need to think of stuff. But Dove came home yesterday with handy thermometer and hey, put butter on the can you please put butter on the grocery list? Don't make that good. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for Alright, I know I need to put the patch in on I'm just going to go through and stitch kind of where my outline, where I need to add that little extendo patch, because then I can do it from the front side, and it will give me a chance to do some more artistic stitchery then smart and roll it. where the extra is. Here's the fabric. How's everybody doing? I am still an air breather. Still sewing, fortunately. Up from there. I can see back here. Stuck. You're stuck in stitches. Just stick on us. Hopefully we're back up. Oh, I didn't check the YouTubes. So bummed. I tried to do extra and Justin was like, yeah, no, we're not having it, which was really sad. I disappointed in myself. Oh well, we're here today. Stitching away. Pull this gap closed. We need to mind what's going on in this gap like we should be minding what's happening in the Darien gap. Yeah, Michael Yon, Y-O-N, on posts on X, and then is not a relatively frequent guest on the Coffee and Mike show. He very fascinating life experiences and owns and has read probably more historical works than probably a lot of us combined. Extremely well read and very fascinatingly experienced. Okay, so here's this strip away. And I'm just gonna get generally close. I will go back, not on camera, and trim a little bit. Trim a little to enhance the detail of this landscape a little bit, but that's not necessarily the most fascinating content, and B, that much fussy cutting on camera makes me nervous. I get stressed out and panicky, and I don't enjoy that for a show. And I'm super dupes. Okay. I guess I'm being informed by the assistants that I've been neglectful, and if the cat runs off, Loki, are you gonna? Can I get any love? Come on! I need some love and attention because it's my soul, my soul, talking about my soul. Purpose, you want some snackies? Oh, Loki, don't here. Move your feet. Put your tail down. happening. The cat who thought he wanted the snacks the most is the cat who's not here to get snacks. Also, oh, let me not. Also, said cat, I was woken up yesterday morning to my fingernails and finger tabs being chewed on. Loki, can you just stand a little, change your angle just a little bit? I guess, goodness for all your fluff. Come here. You're late to the party, you asshole. Ay, ay, ay. Can't live with them. Can't perform without them. Welcome, cats. Welcome. You bringing in the? Are we? Yes, folks must have heard it was snack time, and I was getting shit on. I know. Yuck. All right, you farce hole. Hey, come sit in my lap. Come on, Loki. Here. Oh. Yeah. If only you'd sit like this all the time. Except he's just looking for this snack, and then as soon as he has it, he's gonna. Outside, don't pause in. Bring in muddy pots. Close that beef. Hey. All right, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and pet. Boys. Right. Hey, get your pot out of the snack sack. Concession stand is now closed. Please return to your seats. The show is about to resume. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh. Do, 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 do. Hey, poop. Okay, you need. I don't have any snacks right. You're just gonna beat me up with your tail. All right, and we're back from our intermission. Which was that the whole show? Did we even sew today? Have we stitched to stitched? Actually, yeah, we did. Yes. And then no. Please do I actually? Let me hold the map. across. I need a little capstone of something. This is fun. Oh, I can kind of see where that spot where it looks like it needs something. So I put the pin in the general location of where I need to. There. Do this red because it's going to be one that spot needs. It has lots of iron it needs. All right, let me. It's hard because I can't see what I'm. Can't completely see what we're doing from the front side. Yep, it's on the back. All right, so there I have it pinned. I can put my thumb and feel that everything we've completed the part. Got the needle in. Then I'm gonna take out the pin because I can't see. Put it down. All right, let's tuck in, take a deep breath, sew some happy stitches. Let's just be calm and joy-filled with whatever it is we're doing, or fake joy. We'll just put on that fake smile and we'll just fake it till we make it together. Sometimes you're not feeling it, but you just know in my head that it's going to be horrible and pretend to tell myself it's horrible. It will be horrible. Just love it. Show you in a second. Oh, silly kid. I didn't see that I doubled over the fabric. Oh. Nice and well covered in that spot that had been a hole. All right. Free our threads. Free the threads. Oh, because sake. Yeah, I was like, oh, just gonna leave this, but I didn't. Now we have our cutter. We're just gonna rip this out. And also, while we're at it, well, you know, first I'm gonna cut this. That will help to make sure less fabric Phoenix has laying around, the less likely we are to accidentally sew it in the wrong spot. Sometimes sewing is more stitch ripping. In art sewing, don't always take out my mistakes, but when I do, it's because I think I needed to. It's one of those times. Goodness, this is not a necklace, and we didn't accidentally like cut through a support bar that we needed. Oh, for don't even. I'm just gently teasing my mistake apart. And don't be if you're a new sewer, don't by these mistakes, don't be deterred. You know what increases the likelihood of funny problems? Doing it live for you all on the internet. I 5,000,000% times increase the likelihood some random problem that likely never experience at home. Take care of that for you. What's the most ridiculous thing? Let me show you that again. So silly. Phoenix, you're a funny one. That should be more like. I'm just gonna gently tease. Now there's the little block now. So I can just go through. Chunk away some of the excess. I think this green layer's gotta get cut back. But before I think about doing anything foolish, we'll just do that. There we go. Trimmed. I feel somewhere satisfied with this when I look at it from far away. When I'm up close and working on it, this that tricks the brain. And so I can just trying to like walk around with my fingers and looking at the map where there's small little capstones to this scenery that I haven't stitched yet, and I found another one. Keep my I think I want something more, but like where's my sand? Ah, here's the scraps. I'm so confused. And hey, legs, but well, legs have a better stride. Oh, never walk around on my fingers. All right, Allie, that gets you nowhere quick. No, it doesn't. No. And today, nothing is going quick. Everything is. Yeah, I started a show, was told half hour in by Dove, fortunately, you're like, you're not streaming. I was like, oh, brilliant. So, restarted the show. We're back. Oh, plus I have never heard a salty sea dog explain they have sea fingers. That's true. Wouldn't that be funny? But they don't. But what about Captain Double Peg Leg, who doesn't have his pegs on or his crutches? Would he be the person to complain about having salty sea fingers, or would those be salty sea arms? Oh, random brainness. Big patch right there and get that. One with the fingers. Yeah, the way I'm putting this affected. I don't know if for a beginner, the way I'm doing this quilt, I don't think I would absolutely not recommend it. There's so much peril in stitching upside down and backwards and especially by machine. I think I'm glad I started it by hand, but then I'm here now and at the machine because I just need this done, and laying it on my big pillow to work on it just wasn't. Oh no, I really want to love this project as much as the other one that we did last year for the mummers, and like it differently. I just like it differently. That's all there is to it. Phoenix, if something happens, we're still gonna have to fill by ourselves. So please let the stream work. Let the stream work. But let's all say it together. At least we all have the yarn. Okay. I forgot. Forgot to thread my needle. My horns. Ugh. Phoenix. I can't believe that pooper duper. I was he wanted. I don't know. Ahoy, that be the spirit. Yes, we be setting sail to the seven stitching seas, to the island of orphaned garments, where all of the projects from throughout the year that got put into the sent to the island, whether they needed mending or lost interest or whatever. And there they waited and hoped that Saint Stitch-a-Lot would come and finish them so that they too could be beautiful New Year's Eve garments or projects. What do you have languishing on the island of misfit forgotten projects, what pieces did you start that you just were like, oh, fluff no? And why? Was it the fit? Was it the material? Was it too easy, too complicated, too busy? This project was it this okay, I got lost. Oh, let's see here. You got stranded on a lost sock reef. Oh no. No, I supposed to go. No, I'm just sewing this one with the fingers. I forgot which path I went. That's funny. I know my mother is an amazing sock knitter. Can get do like a sock and last check it was about 8 hours, 6 hours, like whole sock done. The one pair, oh no, I've done two, but the second, never mind, it wasn't the same pattern twice, blah, blah, blah. I had second sock syndrome, partly I think because I think I fluffed something up. So before I pretend to stitch on, let's and have the piece in the right spot. Up at the fingers. I'm sewing here. Okay. Oh. Okay. There's the piece. Here's the fingers. I can do this. Oh. Yeah, I was kind of like getting all excited with the notion of those circular sock machines, but then I realized, excuse me, they only produce an exact fixed number of stitches, and you know who? My legs are not skeleton, just one long tube in the same diameter from calf to where I want my ankle to where I want my socks to end. So that the notion of it really wanted, but the practicality of how I want my socks they go together. Where sewing? Where there's the oh for let's let me find my I've got my fingers found again. Oh, those socks machines are expensive. Yeah, and they're expensive. And you have to know that the machine at its biggest part is going to be able to produce something that's gonna fit. And I think that my ankles and legs require as much shaping as other parts of me. And that's just not gonna work. So I think I want to try the new version of two socks at a time on a super large circular needle because I do know there's that much older version of two socks at a time where you knit them inside each other. And that technique fascinates me. But the thought of trying to do the short row shaping that way, I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. I feel like I'd get lost, but then I would know I would just do the socks in two different colors because outside of very particular reasons, who has time for matching socks? I make sure knit socks, brilliant. But yeah, so I think you cast on the first half of one sock, half the number of stitches, then get another ball or length for the first half of the second, for the full number of stitches of the second sock, and then go back to finish casting on for the sock one. And then so I think I'm gonna try that. Why not? So I almost bought some Purple Lake sport weight at the Goodwill. It's still there when next time I'm there, it might come home with me, but figured I might as well look through what I have, which is not very much, which is fine. So, but it doesn't matter because I've got stuff I need. Also, Mummers was saying actually, and the pattern for that era skirt does call for some type of a crocheted border. I just don't know which pattern I feel like applying to it yet. Also, I've not put border onto that diamond shaped knitted hem edge before, so that is also confusing me a little bit. Okay, so here is where stitch that down. It looks like looks like I stitched on a little cactus. And I'm gonna stitch generally. A bit more fussier. We'll be fussy by myself. It's hard to be fussy on air. We already. Yeah. So especially where there's spots where I haven't, there's some more pieces that need to get done. So I want to leave enough for an overlap. Don't have bald spots. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut up an old wool blankie that's been like felted together and started to fall apart is my batting layer. And also, I'm glad that I was looking around because the first pair of stays, the blue that we quilted, was that like 2 years ago now? They just look like they've seen better days. I said I was not going to cut that part right now, so I'm going to not cut that part yet. I need something here. The map. Canyon section. and B flowers. This piece has got to go like all the way from here. Where? There's somewhere in this general direction. So I'm gonna pin it, poke around from the backside again to see where my. Alright. Let me line up with fingers. Okay. I've dubbed that piece I just sewed because it looks like to me. Alright. Everything. 23. Double check. Alright, let's get some pins. I know that our fabric's not gonna. I'm just like holding everything firmly. Make sure I know where fabric is. Flip it back over. Everything. Let's start by rethreading the machine. Nope. Quit, boys and girls. I think I might make a batch of toffee to send. And also I need to put the rest of the batch that I made the other day into the freezer because I don't around. Just took in my stays. Not letting them back out again. But see, I just double checked, which is good because I had the bottom folded and not. Just gonna. Okay. Now we're all flat. No sewing the wrong. Too many layers. I can't imagine like cutting out each one of these little pieces and then basting it somehow and then stitching it. That way of doing this sounds here. I don't know if I would enjoy that process, which is why I did the stubbornly different, challenging way. The thought of that much like pre-fussy cutting just sounds terrible to me. I like this way of just take the big block of color, stitch it down, and then cut away the extra. And also I can layer as I'm stitching versus that used. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I didn't do it that way. I did it this way, and I got this way done. Sarah. There must be. I forget where I was going. Oh, yes, I was gonna say, because I've got that blanket is a pretty good size, the one I'm gonna cut up to use the batting for this one. I'm gonna shop my stash and see what I want to use to make a new pair of quilted bodies stays. I love wearing, they're so nice and warm in the winter time. Yeah, white material has just been washed a couple times, so the eyelets rusted, and this looks like it's seen better days. My ideas that are stewing for next year's projects are already, brain's already starting to go overtime, so I'm like, all right, let's have a plan. Yeah, that's what I just stitched. Worried because like a couple of blocks that aren't fully. Oh my god! Why, hello! You don't need to see the table. Hey, trouble. You scared me again. Welcome to the cat show. I have no face. Oh my. Just stepped into the. Don't. What? You. I don't even have words. He just completely got himself wrapped up in the thread. So I trimmed it. We're going to start from scratch and know that cats will not be stealing sewing the place. I let's take a play with something because I staring foot and don't all the death-defying acts. We have throwing feet of cats. Where the fluff did you come from? It's not crappy. It's just not enjoying it for the embroidery. Because I have 1-inch strips of pink bias strips. One a prac and let's make this 5. Got the am able to change the pressure on the presser foot. I can loosen it up. So let's see if we can try using the shirring foot the way it's meant to be used and not the way I've used it, which is me just shoving the fabric. Didn't completely understand that by making a couple of changes, the machine does it, the foot does it itself. Take one last look at this. Oh, what a landscape. Oops. Come back here. Here I have a pile of 1-inch bias strips. I also went through and had 1-inch. No, these ones I cut with the bias gauge and just slipped the zipper foot on and made a whole bunch of silver piping. I think I'm gonna make a whole bunch more. I've got silver piping on the brain. I want all my projects to have silver piping. So I have let me loosen it up. I need to have, when I put it back together, 3 threads. Did a whole bunch, so we're really decreasing the tension the presser foot is applying to the fabric, and should gather it. Now, magic should just yep. Oh my god, it's working. It's working. It just ruffles itself. I'm not doing anything. I'm not pushing. No, no forcing. This is just the presser foot not adding oodles of pressure over the feed dogs. Like, gather if we loosen it. Let's try just a little bit more. I need a sip of coffee for this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh! I oh, oh man. I'm just making sure that it sews generally down the middle. But the machine is doing all of the work at yes. This the trim that we're making. So it's like all those people. Wow! Oh my god, people! Why are you? You don't need to have a horrible sewing experience by running a basting line and hand shirring all of that trim to apply to your project. And it just a little. You, just there's a oh my god, why do people work so hard at their sewing? Look for an analog machine with the appropriate collection of analog attachments. Your machine does all the hard work for you. Why would I want to hand waste all of that thread and pull all of those basting stitches and pray that I don't pull so hard that the thread breaks halfway through and you have to stitch it all again? 2 rows of, oh my god. And look at how cute that is. That oh my god. ribbon candy. It looks like I'm sewing ribbon candy. Look at this. Oh man. I could easily go through and like top stitch it, or when I apply it, I'll like add, oh my god, put it some ribbon down the middle. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, let's loosen it just. People who sew on modern machines without exploring the different presser. I mean, there's modern equivalents to most of these attachments, so and then I can take a presser cloth and just button it down and then stitch it, or just leave it as it is. This is just the mindless. I needed this right now. That's, oh my god, we've got yards. I tell the difference between the looser and the looser. I'm gonna go back to the slightly tighter version. Yeah, see, no mom, no hands. Yo, mom, no hands! Look at me sew! I'm not doing anything manipulation to the fabric. The fabric is being solely manipulated by the action of the presser foot, not applying intense pressure over the feed dogs. I think there's other things that you could do, like change the stitch length. I think this might be, I might have a stitch length adjuster, but I never. Might be what that tool does. But it's not like I need to have a super long length to baste with. Oh, I'm gonna just backstitch real quick. You know what? This is a little length. What happens? What happens if we do it again? Does it make it? I'm just stitching back along the length. But I don't know if I'm gaining anything, so yeah. Shirring foot used appropriately. I sure do love it. Oh, let me just be. So I'm gonna do, let's just sew a couple yards. And I also see that's taunting me. I have those 2-inch strips that I sewed. We did the rolled hem with the lavender ribbon mint, and that is also going to get this surely spectacular detailing. I'm just trying to find edge. Yeah, looks like the needle. Oh yeah, we had some very questionable cutting happening. And away we go, and I'm gonna do this and do some more. That's what I feel like doing right now. So we and so I think the soul is I'm hooked. Absolutely, absolutely hooked. I know, because I'm thinking of all of those Rococo dresses, all those fancy evening dresses with this type of detail. Why work so hard? You do all these. Oh my god, the Shearing foot. Just there's a tool for that. Use it. Don't. There's Why so harder than you need to? So smarter, not harder. I am thinking I'm gonna need to look for is some old, like nice wooden broom handles. I think I need giant spools for all of my trim that I want. I want somewhere I can just pull it off the roll. If left to my own devices, it will just all get like, I guess I could just wind it gently, but then I should figure it out. Oh, so satisfying. That straight line stitching. Oh, Phoenix. You're sewing. But I'm just trying to aim for the middle of the strips. I'm gonna apply this to the crinkle skirt that I started decorating weeks ago. And as like a swoopy detail, because I've got the ribbon and the other pleated trim. It's the verticals, the long, and I thought having some like swoopies would be fun. Change with my tensions. I'm gonna just loosen everything up again. They were sewing so good, and then why did I change? I didn't do anything different. So you should just hide. Why was it working and now we're not working? It's so good. Oh. Shearing foot, I was just singing your praises, and now you're making me look bad. all good. I don't know why it's being fluffy. Right. Oh, we're gonna do way more of this in all sorts of different materials because we've got so much of that sheer the sheer. We're gonna spend a couple of shows just making different types of trims. Let's work on something else real quick. This skirt needs to get finished. I'm just gonna load up some thread and gonna stitch these last. You fellas, just for the fun of me, actually, it's for that crinkle to apply for the crinkle cut silver skirt that I started the decorations for, and just to figure out how to play with the shirring foot. But I don't know. It worked so good, and then like I don't think I changed something. We're just throwing pins and needles. And somehow I fluffed something up and it stopped working and I got frustrated. Yeah, I just feel like making a shiza ton of different trim details. Dead. Oh, looking like oh no. This is sleepy time show. I think this is not the first time I've put you to sleep. Oh, for some reason it's like I don't want to stitch the row. It's gonna have this like yeah, see I don't want to keep alright. I'm gonna cut it for some good. Let's just loosen the hell up. That's a good thing. I've so much more of this material. You're just not feeling good, you lose sleep, and then you get sporadic sleep and you get it whenever. That's alright. I'm so sorry. Things have been just big bag of pooper dupes. Oh, boo. I know, and this machine is so easy to fall asleep to. I'll stop talking and so. supposed to be roofling. Yeah, nothing feels right now. It's Robin? Sound like a bag of poop all of a sudden. You did so good. Spotlight. I mean, it doesn't matter if I don't have enough of this length. I've got more silver. I am just going to up a huge another section and yeah, I don't know. We were stitching so good, and then something went funny. Everything's funny right now. Well, I felt so bad. I tried to stop. I did stop by Will's yesterday, and I was, God, I just didn't feel good last night. I was like, no, this is a disaster. I can't stay and be sociable. I was so out of it. I'm so tired. I feel. Oh, it's a good thing it's the stitching bitch. We are feeling grumpy. We are grumpy, so. Started off so good. But yeah, all of that like recoked, all of that frill and trim, sharp. This one I did take the time to draw 1 inch, but I've got one of my rulers is 1 inch wide, so I just took the ruler. The hard part on doing this the huge length of fabric I did to sew this continuous bias binding was just moving the fabric around because I like drew a section and I needed to pull it and this and that in, but I'm kind of a hot mess. I feel like I need to take a nap and have a better show on Wednesday. I've got some more work to do, but I'm lost and I don't want to waste anybody's time. There's so many options, but thanks everybody. I had fun. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna no long goodbyes. Thanks everybody. You've been great. Thanks for putting up with the show, starting, stopping, being here, not being here, and all the shenanigans in between. But I've been me. You've been you. I'll be back on Wednesday. We're gonna get a lot of stuff. I need to check the last shipping date, and because I got stuff to ship. All right. Get your projects done. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'll be around. All right. I'm ending the show. You guys be great. Bye.